And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another wonderful day here at IndiasMafia's channel. I am here today to share with you a new game that has just reached early access called Stationeers. And the purpose of these videos today will be to cover basically what I have discovered as far as the basics, or what other people would call tutorials, of this game. Stationeers is basically a survival game that simulates real-world physics better than any other game that has come before it. Imagine Minecraft with voxels, but extremely more complex. These videos are my best attempt at minimizing guesswork for all of you out there and maximizing your grasp and enjoyment of the game. If you enjoy literally zero hand-holding and your definition of a fun weekend is sitting down with a pile of electronic parts that you've never seen before, tools that you've never used before, and being told that your oxygen in your room is now turned off, good luck. Then stop right here and just go play the game, because that's essentially what they throw you with. I am here for everyone else who loves a challenge that maybe doesn't have the time to map uncharted territory. This game will slowly be updated, so adding more and more survival items such as starvation, so please keep in mind that this video will become out of date at some point, in which I will make more videos. What do you need to know at the start? The basics of any survival scenario is to know what you have and to know what you need. First off, the UI. The column to the left is everything you are currently wearing: clothes, backpack, spacesuit, etc. The top right is your life support, indicators, outside, inside your suit. All that you need to know to worry about right now is if the automated female voice starts yelling at you, something's gone wrong, you need to pay attention. Finally, the last part of UI is your left and right hand. If you skip the tutorial at all, I'll cover it right here, and the controls are as follows. You have your click, left click, and right click that do various things. You have J that turns on your jetpack. Keep in mind you have a limited supply of fuel. You have O for turning on and off items. R to open tools in your hand. E to change your active hand. F to swap between one thing to another. And the scroll wheel to scroll through selected items or inventories. Starting items you should know immediately. Tool belt and mining belt. When tool belt or mining belt is in one of your hands, hold 5 to swap from your hand to the active belt that you're currently wearing. Tape. Right click while in your hand in case you ever take falling damage to seal any leaks that you may have sustained. Tablet. Right now, while we're talking about it, the first and most important thing you need to do is take your E-tracking chip. Put the chip inside the tablet by swapping the tablet and the E-tracker into one of your hands. So currently your left hand has the tablet, your right hand has the E-tracking chip from your inventory. Open the tablet with R, scroll and swap the chip into the tablet with F. Once the tablet is on, by hitting O, you have to then again open the tablet with R and then scroll over the chip so that it's actively showing you where the beacon is. If you're not seeing a beacon, that's because you haven't pulled the beacon out of your chest, which we will cover right now. The tracking beacon inside of one of the crates. Before you leave your base, always make sure that your tracking beacon is placed and on so that you can find your way back. Other items that you have that are important: iron frames, iron sheets, glass. These are all in the crates. In order to build anything, you need to place iron frames and then weld the sheets onto them in order to build on top of them. Solar panels, generators, power controller, and battery charger. These are too complex to get into right now, but I will get into later in this video. So right now I will elaborate. Just know that these items are the basics of your survival and power consumption. Finally, you have your autolave, your arc furnace, electronics printer, and furnace. The electronics printer and furnace you will have to build, but you are automatically given the autolathe and arc furnace in the beginning. So, first things first, priorities. Stay alive. Second priority is make day-to-day life easier. Third priority is make your dream base, whatever your end goal for playing this game is. And then your fourth priority is perfecting that dream base by making things easier and solving problems that you may have created, that will definitely be created. Finally, we have reached playing the game. Now that we have established all of the precursors knowledge needed to not completely feel lost in the game, it is time to walk through the first steps of the game. Like in Minecraft, your first goal would be to survive the first night. In order to do this, get your power up and running. The sun operates on a 10-minute day-night cycle. So what I recommend is the first thing you do is you start a stopwatch right when you see the sun crest the horizon. And then from that point on, you can always look at your clock on your stopwatch to know exactly if it's day or night. So if you're lucky enough to spawn with a server where it's currently nighttime, that means you have time as an advantage because you're not losing daylight and power consumption to get that first battery charged. Your small battery will provide life support for 6 minutes before shutting down. Large batteries will last 40 minutes. You spawn with one large battery in your spacesuit and one empty large battery in one of your crates. Right now, place your iron frames by right-clicking. Then with iron sheets in one hand and your welder in another, turn your welder on with O and weld one wire frame. Your first base should be a minimum 3x5 iron frames to fit everything that you need in the start of the game. I recommend building underground for 2 reasons. One, your ice won't melt from the sun, which is very important later on, and it also guarantees your solar panel won't be obstructed by any of the machines that you're now going to be placing. Now that we're currently running out of time at this point, so I'm going to be going as quick as possible and just listing what you need to do. Grab your solar panel kit, place it, grab glass sheets, and apply them to the solar panel, otherwise the solar panel will not be collecting power. Now that your solar panel is up and running, place the power controller somewhere near the output of your solar panel. Grab copper wire from your tool belt, number 5, and wire the solar panel output into the controller's input. Now wire the power controller into your battery charger that's also found in one of your crates. Take the empty large battery from the crate as well and put this into the power controller. To do this, first equip your crowbar from your tool belt into one of your hands. Then you'll see a yellow box pop up and show that you can open the power controller. Make sure the power controller is on so that it is actively feeding power into the battery charger, and make sure the battery charger is on as well. Bam! Now you are officially set up to survive based on the current model of the game. In the next video, I will continue to cover all experiments that I have conducted and start sharing with you what I have found to be good starts for your base. Thank you for watching, and please leave any recommendations for the next video or any helpful tips that you may have discovered while playing the game. All help is welcome, and also in the description I'm leaving a link to a spreadsheet that I'm creating that lists all of the current items in the game along with their attributes and traits. See you guys next time.